Right now, CJ, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fine.
Hey, congratulations on playing in the Pro Bowl. What was that experience like? Your first Pro Bowl?
It was just fun. I got to learn from a lot, especially a lot of vets there like Jason Witten and, some of our vets still with DeMarcus Ware and, DeMarco Murray and got to just, Joe Thomas, got to talk to a lot of people. So, it was a good experience and you learn a lot of things that will help you getting ready for this upcoming season.
Hey, CJ, how does that feel to be called Pro Bowl running back CJ Anderson?
It feels good. Let you know that all the hard work and everything you put into it and the patience, everything that comes with the game of football that I've been loving since I was 8, paying off. And, it's not over yet. That was just one year, and, people said it was hot. So the whole thing is go back out there and prove everybody wrong once again.
Hey, CJ, you met Rick Dennison, the new offensive coordinator, at the Pro Bowl through Forsett, I believe. What are your early impressions of your new boss?
As far as just seeing them and what they've done, just in the past, what they've done with Arian and, what they've done with Justin, and, they had great years. And, they really love the running backs, and they like to get the run game going. So it's interesting, and it's going to be fun in that way. And I just can't wait to see how they get to work and how they break down defenses. The differences between how they see coverages and how they call things and the terminology. I just can't wait to get to work, and April is going to be fun.
CJ, I'm sure you've heard by now, we've been talking about it a lot, and I'm guessing you've heard some of the talk at least, that Gary Kubiak and Rick Dennison, they've had an ability throughout their coaching careers to effectively run the ball. They've had quite a few 1,000-yard rushers under them. Are you excited about that? I mean, has anybody talked to you about their system and how well you'll fit into that system? Are you excited about playing under guys who have that reputation?
I'm just excited about playing football. I mean, the opportunity to play in the NFL is very limited. So I'm definitely excited to work, and I know what they've done, and I've seen what they've done. But at the end of the day, it's up to me or whoever's in the backfield to go out there and put it out there and do it. So I just can't wait to get work, and I'm very excited about it. And I know the stats from other backs, but, those other backs aren't my name or Montae's or Ronnie's or Jawan's or Capri's. They're not our names. So we just got to go out there and play our game and, pick up the playbook as quickly as possible and have fun.
CJ, of course, Ryan Clady's coming back at left tackle. Can you describe your relationship with your offensive line? What good you saw last year, maybe some bads, and what needs to happen for you guys to be a Pro Bowl type running offense?
I just believe, we clicked. Last year we were switching the line around, and they were playing with different backs, so they were getting different feels. I just think they clicked with me and that I was sustained and, stayed healthy throughout my last 6-7 games of the stretch. So I kind of got to know them, and they kind of got to know me. So it'll be amazing. And I think we have Orlando that's a free agent right now. The Broncos are going to make the best decision. The organization's going to make the best decision possible to make the O-line what they want them to be. So, it's good to have a lot of people back. And, the people that we want back, hopefully they do come back and become a Bronco. But we just have to wait and see on that. But as far as the chemistry between myself and O-line is very, very strong. We're just looking to push that and keep that going through the next season coming up.
Hey, speaking of guys coming back, possibly coming back, obviously Peyton Manning I want to ask you about. How important is it to you that Peyton comes back?
I think it's just important in general. I mean, when you have a guy, Hall of Fame caliber, just tremendous when it comes to breaking down film and knowing defenses and coordinators play them a certain way. If you have a guy like that on your team, he's pushing everybody to be their best. I just think that's always great. His time, take his time. He can come back when he feels. If he decides to come back and if he decides to leave at the end of the day, we got to put the ball down in September and go play no matter who's under the center. But if we can get 18 back, that'd be tremendous.
Our guest on the Sports Show with Woody and Les is Broncos running back C.J. Anderson.
He's a great get, man. I'm glad we have you on here, CJ. Brock Osweiler. We talked to Chris Harris recently, and Chris said he's Joe Flacco Jr. I'm not saying that you're going to say that, but can you describe what you've seen of Brock Osweiler? Because you've seen him more than we have.
I just playing him from ASU and seeing him now. I mean, you can just tell he's grown tremendously. He's a smart kid, and he has a strong arm, and he's big and he's tall. And, with the offense that we were running, he knew everything, the checks and the audibles and when to get out of plays and when to get into plays. That's what people don't see during practice. And, it's great. So if we can give Brock, if Brock gets the opportunity to play, I think he'll be fine with us, especially with the new system. But at the end of the day, we got to learn a new system, and I'm pretty sure how smart Brock is. He'll pick it real quick.
Hey, CJ, when you were at Cal Berkeley, you were one of the featured running backs for them. You weren't a guy who carried the ball 200 or 220 times a year. You were one of the featured backs. And then in 2013 with the Broncos, you rarely saw the field, your rookie year. This year, you had a real workload. And I'm wondering how you handled the workload, how your body felt at the end of the season.
My body felt fine. I thought I handled it fine. There are bumps and bruises that I had to go through, but I thought everything felt fine. With handling the workload, I mean, I feel like I've always been that type of back, and my body style can handle workload. So if that's what they tried to do with me, that's great. And if they just keep it to spell and we keep rotating back to it, and I'm fine with that too.
CJ, it's a funny league. About this time a year ago, we're talking about how Montae Ball is going to be the starting running back for the Broncos. Now, of course, you took over, but Montae's coming back. What's your relationship with Montae? And can you talk about does his existence just motivate you in general?
Always. I mean, Montae is one of those things too. That's the biggest motivation that I have because he's actually got the
We might have lost CJ. I think I offended him with that question.
And he texted me earlier today and told me he's gonna start training Monday, and I told him I'm feeling it's gonna be always competition. It's good to have a back. We can get back to stuff. When we get the opportunity, we all know what we can do. We feel it with the year. The whole goal is keep trying to be the best.
CJ, we're having a little trouble with the signal, so we're gonna end the conversation here. But really appreciate you coming on with us, and hopefully we'll get you here in the studio with me and Woody sometime before training camp starts. All right?
Thank you.
All right, CJ Anderson.